Good morning. This morning, I'm going to talk to you about foreclosures, some things that will help you if you ever find yourself in this situation, and some crazy experiences I've had, just to see kind of the humor in some of the stuff that I see. And it's mostly telling on myself. So it's the situation itself is never humorous, but this part of it was. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you are getting behind on your house payments, and it could be for any reason. It could be for sickness, job loss, no longer able to work, uh, maybe in between getting a disability started and not having a check for a certain amount of time. Any of those reasons that you might need to be late, or you might unfortunately have to be late on payment, the very first thing you can do, and this is the most helpful thing you can do to help yourself, is first notify your bank or your lender and get in touch with them and get the process started there for payment arrangements for when you can pay. The other thing you can do is if you see this is going to be a long-term situation, it's not getting any better, possibly like a divorce situation or benefits not starting or something like that, and maybe months on down the road, there's a really strong possibility that you may end up getting notices of default. When you do that, the best thing to do is first contact your bank. That's number one. Number two, contact your realtor. You can use the one that sold you the house. You can use a different one. Find one you like that can work with and understands how to work short sales, and have them sell your house for you. Have them work with your bank. I know you don't want to lose your house, but at the same time, this will help you so that you can find another place and not have such a large payment if that payment is affecting you financially. And obviously it is, or you would be able to make the payment. So that's the recommendations I would give you. As far as interesting things that have happened at REOs, I'm licensed in 7 states. Unfortunately, I didn't always know what I was doing. So that's one of those things that, with time comes experience, thankfully. And thankfully, we've had experience. So when I got my first foreclosure, I had done BPOs, REOs, checked them out for other agents, all of that kind of stuff in the past. So I wasn't just completely traumatized by the idea. But I went out, and the first thing you have to do after you're assigned an asset and you accept it is to do an occupancy check. So I went out to this house. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. And it was in the middle of rice fields. So you can imagine when it's starting to heat up and the rice water is going, and the rice fields, what the mosquitoes were like at this home. And I'll just leave it to your imagination there. Go into the house, or I try to go into the house, can't find the door. The front door has it's just a door, and it has a padlock on it. It doesn't even have a doorknob. So I'll go around to the back of the house, go around to the back, finally find the little key box that's there, and it does have a key in it. I'm able to get in. So I go in and I start through the house very carefully, and it's a ranch style house. So, it's just a long, thin house. So I go in the back door there, go to the right, and there's a laundry room entryway area that I entered. It wasn't a separate laundry room. It was just all one combo. Go through that. To my left, I go to the kitchen. You can tell there's some junk there, but it's really quiet. And the whole time I'm in there, I'm like, hi, realtor, real estate agent, making all the notices so that if someone is there that's supposed to be there, they can notify me. In this case, there wasn't supposed to be anyone there because we had a lockbox on the door. So I'm walking through the house, and I can tell it's kind of junked up, but I'm just so on edge because I've never done this before. I've never gone into a house before. And so I come through the house, come through the kitchen, go into the living room. And right when I go into the living room, there are all these skulls, just they're animal skulls. Apparently it was Southwestern art, and they were all staring at me. I almost died. Uh, almost died over that one. That was crazy. Freaked me out a little bit. Went through after I kind of calmed down a little bit from that, went through the rest of the house and looked, and obviously the house was empty. I mean, it just had junk in it. Nobody was living in it. Utilities were off. Mosquitoes were crazy as all get out. So I went through the house, left. That was my crazy foreclosure story for me. A lot of you know my husband is also a realtor. He actually had a similar experience. Well, he didn't have a similar experience, but it was a crazy experience. He was in a house that was a boarded house. The house was boarded up, and somebody had popped the lock off, the hasp off the lock, and they had moved it. And so he went in to check it out because, at this point, we're just sure we've got squatters. So he goes in to check it out. Well, about that time, he sees this movement, and a cat comes out, runs between his legs, and goes out the door. That was a little freaky. So you never know what you're going to run into in a foreclosure. A little bit of education in that, and also a little bit of, you always need to be aware of your surroundings, but also, we can help you if you're getting to that point that you think that could happen to you. We can help you with that, and also just some crazy situations we've faced. If you enjoy kind of what I'm talking about, or some of the experiences I've had, I would love it if you would share our channel, like and subscribe, and we will be happy to keep more videos coming for you. Have a great day.